Hello, my name is Mark McKeever. I'm the head men's soccer coach here at Young Harris College. Well, actually, Young Harris was one of the first jobs I applied for. Having spent 2 years as an assistant coach in a GA at Christian Brothers, I was obviously graduating with my master's degree at that point. I started applying for jobs, and Young Harris was the first interview that I got, and obviously I was offered the job. And at the time it was a Division 2 program, and many years ago I saw that as a great stepping stone to work up the ladder, and all of a sudden we turned into a Division 2 program. So there was no need to leave to jump up the ladder. It was natural. So yeah, 16 years later, and here I am. Every both has come with challenges. I think that the challenges that we had when we were a 2-year college is we were trying to recruit kids who were eligible to compete because of the academic standards back then. They were eligible to compete versus, in Division 1 and Division 2 and NAIA, and most other junior colleges were recruiting just junior college athletes. But the other limitations were obviously scholarships back then. When we've gone into Division 2, the funding has become a little bit better, and the opportunity to compete for our recruits now becomes more realistic. So I think that was probably a massive factor. But even in junior college, I think out of the 6 years that we were there, or 5 years that we were there, I think we were in the region final every single year, competing against teams that didn't have the same academic standards, and had many more scholarships to offer than we did at that point. So I still see it as a very successful time for us. So obviously with the internationals, I find it a little bit easier to recruit them because I was an international going through and ready to embark on the exact same thing as they're trying to do themselves, with combining the education with the sports is something that many European or South American countries, they don't have the opportunity. So that's why a lot of these lads decide to embark in this journey. My success is coming from doing a lot of homework, a lot of networking, a lot of contacts, a lot of video. But at the end of the day, they're trying to do what I already did. So selling them the dream that I once had, and I was able to, go on a journey that, again, for me, the job that I have is a dream come true. And I know that many of those internationals are looking to do exactly what I did. So explaining the process from start to finish and the opportunities that can happen in their life, yeah, usually it's something that they embrace and enjoy when I speak to them about it. Obviously, we've had a very successful campaign in Division 2, with many regular season titles, conference championships, appearances in the NCAAs. But yeah, we're fortunate enough to have the opportunity to go out and get high level players. But I don't think that's the be all and end all of it. I think the culture that we set is not just around the individual. It's not around just the talented individual, the talented athlete. It's about creating a culture where they understand the life skills that are going to stick with them after they finish playing for Young Harris College. Getting them to buy into the leadership qualities that's going to look after them when they go into the working world. So I think yeah, a big part of my happiness comes from the success being not just the individuals but the culture that we set here. We say before every game, we stick together through thick and thin, and that's the way it is. As soon as somebody comes in this door to Young Harris College and plays for the men's soccer team, we're all together, the coaching staff, the players, and it's going to be that way from the start to the very end. And then hopefully as they go and embark in that life journey, that friendships are created for the rest of their lives. Hurts my heart a little bit to talk about this year's team because I feel as though that the culture has been developed. It's expanded so well over the previous years, and we have a lot of seniors this year. Lots of good characters, lots of leadership. We have a great environment with the team. So this was one of those years where I felt as though that we had everything in place to really go and make a good account of ourselves. So again, and the backside of that, it breaks my heart not to have the opportunity to work with certain players that are going to be graduating, because they're special kids to me. They're special kids in this program, and not just their ability level as an athlete, but just the type of character they are. And I'll always say it like it's not just about the talented athlete; it's about the person. It's about creating good people and creating good environments with good people, and those are the teams and the individuals that are always going to be successful. So, as it hurts my heart to talk about this year's team, also, I have every confidence in the kids that don't get this opportunity, that they still have the opportunity to go on and do a master's degree, for example. Some of these kids will still embark on professional careers in soccer, which so I'm excited to see how they deal with this situation, how they move forward. The team in general, we're going to succeed, survive, as we always do. As these players move on, we have some tremendous talent coming through the door this year. We also have some tremendous talent in terms of the sophomores and juniors who are going to move up and embrace those leadership positions. So yeah, it's sad in one aspect, but I'll be delighted to see how these tremendous individuals deal with this adversity. My favourite moments, and there's many situations where I look back and I think, oh wow, that was just an amazing experience. I don't think there's one that stands out. I think they're all different. Winning championships is great, and I have always an ambition to go on and keep winning championships, because I never want that feeling to disappear from my life. It's what we all chase, it's what we strive for. But is it the be all and end all at the end of the day? No, not necessarily. There's been a lot of players that have come in here and changed their mentality, their character, and had a lot of questions on them as just people. And I feel as though that the programme allows those type of kids to evolve. We teach them, we educate them, we give them the ability to think for themselves, to think outside the box, to be creative in their thinking and their makeup, not just on the field but off the field as well. And I feel as though that's probably the most satisfying part of our programme, is that people outside our programme want our players because they are good people. They're great people, great kids, but they have the ability to think for themselves. We don't want to bring robots into our programme. We want to bring kids in and give them the chance to evolve as people, to be creative, to make their own decisions, learn from bad decisions, and again, just those life skills. So as I look at all the players that have gone into professional soccer, it touches my heart. It's great. But outside of those guys, I look at all the other guys who have gone into great professional careers in the medical field and teaching and coaching, and that also touches my heart as well. And a big part of our programme, what we're trying to achieve here and what we're telling the kids is, when they come through the door, is you're going to be a professional in some capacity when you leave this programme. For some, that'll be in the professional soccer world. For others, it'll be in corporate America. For others, it'll be in the medical field. But we're here to create professionals in life.